Good morning, Central South Dakota. It is Monday, July 8th, and this is the Monday News Brief. Welcome back to CDTTV, a part of the Central Dakota Times. I'm your host, Nate Iverson, and this is once again the Monday News Brief. This week, we have a special show in store for you. We have Executive Director of the Lake Francis Case Economic Development Corps, Natalie Muruato, talking about changes to the Economic Development Corps as well as the Chamberlain Oacoma Area Chamber of Commerce. And of course, back again is everyone's favorite rec man, LaMie. We're going to do our usual banter, talk sports, and then follow that up with the recreation events coming up in the Chamberlain Oacoma area. Let's get into it. Good morning, everyone. We're here with Natalie. Natalie, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yep, my name is Natalie Muruato. I am the executive director of both the Lake Francis Case and the Chamberlain Oacoma Area Chamber of Commerce. Lake Francis Case is the development corporation and works on promoting the economic health and attracting business to our community along with business retention and expansion. And the chamber helps promote our local businesses and helps to provide community activities and promote our community not only within but outside as well.
Okay. And then from what I understand, you started your position in January, correct?
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
So it's been about, I can't do math. 6 months.
About 6 months, yep.
What are some of the changes that Lake Francis Case has made so far, and what are some of the plans you have coming up?
Currently, we instituted a new logo, a little bit more modern. That was kind of a quick thing that I wanted to have done before I got business cards such. We received a $7,000 grant from the Barger Foundation to help with business assessment and technical assistance for our current businesses or new businesses as they come or may want to start up.
Okay.
We also just received $95,000 from the USDA for revolving loan funds again, and as well as technical assistance for our businesses.
Sure.
Of that, Lake Francis Case will be putting an additional $40,000 as their match required by that grant, which will help. Again, it's not a lot of money, but I'm in search of more grants and we'll be applying for more to help build that revolving loan fund so we can help existing and new businesses as they come into our community.
Okay, great. So along with that, you're also in charge of the Chamber of Commerce,
Correct.
Or overseeing it. How about some changes in the last 6 months through the Chamber?
Well, we started with redoing the websites and kind of splitting them out. And since we're tasked with all the CBB activities and the tourist attractions that we have here, we felt that it was important to just have a tourism website for those that are seeking to come here instead of having them combined, and then have one that would be just for the community and businesses that they could use as their community platform.
Okay.
To do. So we did that. We currently are, the flags are completed and Dozie's will be putting them up. We're putting some avenue flags all the way down Main Street to help from the freeway exit down clear here to the stop sign by the marina.
Oh, sweet. Are those the light post flags?
Yep,
okay,
the banner
I saw
flags.
one of those coming down King Street.
Did you?
So they look nice.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Yeah.
They're already getting them up?
There was one up.
Wow, good.
So I noticed that right away.
Good. Awesome.
So the turquoise pops.
Yes, we thought that. We thought we'd add some color and just really grab people's attention to get them downtown. That was one of the business owners' requests, is that we somehow get people downtown. It's just really hard off of that freeway to get them to our downtown.
Right, yeah. So, okay, we're going to cut here for a second because I can't read my own cursive.
I've got some more stuff that I wanted to say about that.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah, I could probably do that. Along with that, we received a $2,500 grant from the Missouri River Tourism to help with our rebranding and marketing campaign. And then we also received $5,000 for the Chamber from the Barger Foundation to help, again, with marketing and rebranding our community. So those are some of the things. The billboards are in finalization and should be up shortly. We also have commissioned some artists to work on our one entrance sign and have artists commissioned to work on murals for those businesses who want them on their buildings.
Right.
So to create a real, we want to, I guess, just make our community a little bit more vibrant for those that come and visit.
So you mentioned the new flags and the rebrand. Can you go into kind of the strategy and thought behind the rebrand itself?
Well, a brand is what people think of your community. A lot of people think it's just like a slogan or a tagline, but it's not. It's what people think of your community, and it's also the promise of what you can deliver when they come to your community. So one of the things that I felt, the only way to rebrand a community is to change it, and it requires a lot more community work then just a marketing campaign, which we're doing a marketing campaign because number one, that's the easiest thing to start with.
Sure.
And I really felt that as an executive director, we weren't marketing our community assets, our cultural assets, our recreational assets enough for not only within the state of South Dakota, but also outside of there.
Sure.
We weren't partnering with the state. We weren't going, they do a lot of international stuff, and a lot of international people are really interested in the Native American culture, and we need to really promote that because we have some great cultural assets here with the museums and a lot of different things, the artwork, and it's amazing.
Absolutely. All right, so with the development core, you also mentioned a bit of a rebrand to make it a bit more modern. Do you have any more talking points on that?
I just think one of my goals, we're not really, right now we're working on a new mission and vision statement with our board, and we're working on redoing the bylaws and making sure that they're up to date because they're pretty old, and just making sure that we're with the times. And one of the things that I really want to focus on is business retention and expansion. I think that maybe hasn't been given as much attention as it should have in the past. And I think we're seeing some of the fruits of that. I know some of it is internet shopping, but if you can fortify the existing businesses and help strengthen them and help them to diversify, they can maybe weather this internet storm, a little bit better, or whatever you want to call it. So one of the things that I'm really focusing on is our current businesses, because we've seen, even just since I've been here, in 6 months, I've seen a lot of businesses close. And it's a little bit scary, but I think that we can weather it. And if the existing businesses, one of the things that I wanted to say, which is one of your questions coming up here, is, if you're struggling in a certain area of your business, or you feel that you're not doing something correctly, or your clientele has gone down, please come see me before it's too late. If you want to be in business and be profitable, come see me. I have some fixes for that. We have some grant money to help you. We can get you in touch with the professionals, whether it's accounting, whether it's legal, whether it's marketing for your business, whatever it is that you need, come see us before it's too late.
Great. So I guess going off of that, where can people go, or how can people get in touch with you?
Well, if you come down to the community center, we have an office down here. We're usually open 9 to 5. You can message me on Facebook. You can email me at lfcdc@midstatesd.net and tell me that you want to meet. We can set up a time. I'm available anytime. I'll meet in the evening. I'll come at 6 a.m. I had one business that needed me to come at 6 a.m. to help them out because that was the only time that they could. I really want to help strengthen. And if you have an idea to expand your business, no idea is dumb. Come and let me help you. Let's see if we can make it happen in order to diversify. Because if you can diversify your business, especially in a rural community, you get more of that market share, and it helps strengthen your business and you to be more profitable.
Right. And also, we'll have these in the descriptions below and in the description line on Facebook, so be sure to check those out. So we talked about the past 6 months and your first 6 months here. What are some goals for both organizations that you have moving forward for the next 6 months and, let's say, the next couple of years?
Again, for Lake Francis case, business retention. Currently, I have started an inventory. I've gone around with city engineer Greg Powell to find out what land, buildings, spaces are available for either new businesses or expanding businesses in order to have that inventory and be able to provide them with somewhere to go. Developing that mission statement and then living those values, putting those values that we determine we need to what we need to be, and then putting them into effect. For the chamber, I think we're going to continue to gather more members and provide great benefits for them that helps to strengthen their business through local marketing, shared marketing, things like that. One of the things that I'm a firm believer in unity, and as a business community, we're stronger together, and when we have more members, we even become stronger.
Sure.
Now is the best time to join the chamber with the rebranding and just everything that we're doing, and again, getting the grants. We're offering a lot of different opportunities that maybe weren't there in the past for very limited funds, so it makes it appealing and affordable for our local businesses. We currently have 15 new chamber members this year, and I encourage, if you're not a chamber member, please join. We can help you out with lots of different marketing, lots of different assistance. We can do what's called a business assessment and come in and do a secret shopper. We're gonna, now that we have these grant funds, we'll be offering some customer service training for your employees, and we'll come right to you. So that if you need, or if you need a particular area that your employees are lacking, we can bring in an expert and have them train right on site, so you don't have to leave your business and they don't have to leave their business.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess you kind of touched on this already, but and these are just some of the things that established businesses can get from their investment in the Chamber of Commerce.
Right. You know, we had all these rebranding sessions, and we've been doing these better business meetings where the business owners can come. And this last one, I had a comment from a new chamber member who said that her investment has already been worth it, just in the things that we've done in the last 6 months. And I want everyone to know that the average investment is about $250, and you will see a return on way more, probably double that return on your investment by becoming a member and joining in with some of our marketing campaigns and some of the other things that we're offering to help build and support your business.
Sure. So be sure to get on board while it's fresh. That's
right. That's right.
Cool. So we talked about local businesses and people interested in starting a business and how they can reach you. What's your message for people watching this that may be thinking about visiting or are visiting right now?
Oh my word, come here. I got out on the lake for the first time this weekend. And when I first came here, I was taken back by the beauty. Of course, it was winter, so this is my first summer here. So we got the opportunity to go to the tiki bar and listen to some live music. It was amazing. The river views, you could see the boats going through. We went downtown and we were able to visit some of the different shops. We went to a movie for $40.
Yeah.
$41, I think it was $41.50.
For a whole family?
For a whole family.
That's
I think there was
awesome.
5 of us, and boy, we got some snacks with that. It was awesome. And the theater's beautiful. There's lots of things to do. You have the South Dakota Hall of Fame here, which I got to visit for the first time a couple of weeks ago, and it's amazing the people that help make the country great that came from South Dakota. I also got to do a guided tour at the Lakota Museum, which was absolutely amazing and full of history. I mean, if anyone gets the opportunity, please do that.
I believe it's free too, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. It is. Yeah. Yeah.
Even better.
Yeah, that's right. We have Dignity here. That's great draw for us, and her height and breadth and everything is amazing. I mean, until you get right at her feet, you don't understand just how grand that statue is. It's amazing. And so I encourage you there. And then just the lake and the fishing and the boating. I know you can rent boats here. You can rent kayaks. I mean, even if you don't have that, it's great family vacation for anybody. I mean, I encourage anybody. And if you want a tour, come see me, because I will show you the ropes, man. I'll show you what we've got to offer here.
And the flooding is down. We're recovering.
Yes,
so if you're looking to get on the river, it's easier than ever.
That's right.
So
that's right.
Open for business.
If you need more information or would like one of our adventure guides, you can go to our website, chamberlainsd.com, or you can contact the chamber office at 605-234-4416, or send us an email or message us on Facebook, and we'll get you what you need.
Awesome. Well, Natalie, thanks for your time and thanks for pitching the area.
Hey, thank you.
It's great to have this information. So be sure to check out Chamberlain, Oacoma.
You know what it's starting to feel like? It's starting to feel like all holidays. They're not for adults anymore. They're really just for kids. But, adults enjoy the little things like, having the time off and the food. I don't know. Like, that's I think.
That's pretty much what I've noticed, too. That's all you do.
The food and just hanging out.
Favorite holiday ever, though, is like either Memorial Day, Labor Day, or the 4th, because there's like zero expectations of you. Like, no one really comes over. You don't have to do anything fancy.
Right. If you're hosting like a barbecue for the 4th, you kind of have to prep the house for that.
Yeah.
That's kind of expectations. But I understand what you're saying, like in compared to like Christmas or something like that, where it's very commercialized and you have to. Christmas drives me nuts. I'm not the biggest fan of Christmas. I guess I'm the Grinch.
You know what grinds my gears? is Black Friday.
Yeah.
And it's not because Black Friday is in itself bad. It's that now Black Friday is pre-Black Friday Thursday. In case you missed it, we're going to go to Saturday.
Yeah, it's just, they're just trying to... they're still trying to get that almighty dollar as much as they can.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be like the Grinch. Like, I like Christmas. I like those kind of things. I think it's fun. But sometimes I get worn down with how in your face it is sometimes, and I'm just like, I don't care. You know what I mean? I don't know. And another thing is, like, my kids, they don't play with, like, if you get them something, they'll, like, play with it for whatever, and then it just ends up going in the trash eventually. Like, I almost am to the point where I'd rather buy experiences for them. Like, oh, let's all go on a vacation, or let's all go do something. Let's spend the money on that instead of, you know what I mean, buying a bunch of gifts that you guys aren't going to use.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And nowadays, it seems like gifts are getting so much more expensive.
Oh my God!
Because everything's like electronics. I don't know how I got in Christmas in the middle of July. I'm sorry. I think we're just
Christmas in July.
We're just talking about holidays. So.
We're in a great mood today. We're just start roasting holidays.
I know. I shouldn't. I don't mean to say like I hate everything, but I just there are some things I enjoy, but boy, I hate. Yeah, I think that's a fair point. There's not much put on you for the 4th. You just kind of relax and hang out and watch the fireworks, eat some food, grill out.
Speaking of super American things, I know you didn't like soccer, but did you watch the USA versus England in the Women's World Cup?
Yeah, I didn't watch the total games, but I've been following it.
Dude, that game was fire. That was awesome.
Fire! So you watched the full games then?
Yeah.
You just sit there and watch them.
And I think I figured out what's so appealing about it. Okay, so you know how there's long periods of kind of boring. They're just, kicking the ball, and it's cleared, so then they kick the ball around a little more and then run back.
Right.
It's the when it does score, the tension and the build-up is way more worth it.
But how do you know when they're going to score? Like you say, you're going through these long periods.
But when they'll get closer to the net and they have a chance to score, and just that build-up is more.
So like you're saying, you are watching kinda in the background, then all of a sudden you start getting on the edge of your seat because you think now this can happen.
It's the payoff.
Yeah,
it's the tension.
I can see that.
Yeah, that's kind of what I think it is.
I could see that. I think that's a fair comment. I hate soccer. I just don't find it as much fun to watch as other sports.
I just love the how everyone basically just calls out plays as they watch it. It was the New York Yankees coach, and I don't remember how old this interview was. It might be in like the 60s. And they were like, the interviewees were saying, they were asking him some dumb questions. Because have you seen those coaches come back with the best roasts?
Right.
They're like, why'd you lose? What's going on? He's like, well, we're actually scouting out probably the greatest unheard of player in the MLB. He just won't put down his hot dog and beer to come on and play.
I like those little jabs
little quips.
Back at him.
So,
yeah, that's good stuff.
Also, since we're talking about sports, before we go, where's Kawhi going?
Well, man, it seems like he's leaning towards the Lakers. If he signs the Lakers, I would say done deal. That team's going to be tough to beat.
It's going to be the new Golden State.
It really is. Like, how are you going to beat that team?
Their merry-go-round broke down.
Who, in Golden State?
Yeah.
Well, I had a feeling that... I wouldn't say that. Like, okay, when the Miami Heat broke up, their merry-go-round broke down because they all left. But they still have two. I guess
you got Chef Curry.
Yeah, Curry still, and I know Clay won't be playing next year, so it'll be tougher. But I mean, they still have two perennial all-stars on the team, and then Draymond Green's pretty decent too.
And I guess they just play so differently with all the passing. It's not
right. That's
so you could probably pull some cheap players in.
I'm sure they're still a playoff. Like, I don't know if they are next year because Clay's out, but I mean, they're still a playoff team when he's back, don't you think?
Just with 3-pointers, yeah.
Yeah.
All you got to do is let the rookies or the not so good players just pass it. Just give it to
So Marigon broke down. I don't know if that's totally fair.
I don't know.
They lost some key pieces.
Remains to be seen. The
West will be
not the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets cashed in. They played good. What's the other team? The Knicks.
Yeah, feel bad for the Knicks.
Oh boy.
Because they've been around forever. The Nets just jump in. They get these two great guys. Yep. Yeah, the NBA changed a lot over the last couple of days.
I like the super team thing.
I did too, because I think it makes it fun for the off season, and you're kind of like, I don't know, see who goes where. Otherwise, you're not even interested in it.
Honestly, I think that's more fun than regular season. Just sports in general. I
Sometimes,
like the whole back behind the scenes, and you actually get to see what you. It's kind of like making a fantasy football team.
Right.
Except you're not doing it. You're
right.
Just watching it.
But basketball is so much. Basketball is different because there's only 5 players on the court, and you can get one player and it change your whole entire outlook. So football, it drives me nuts because sometimes people get all excited about the draft and get jacked up, and I'm like, well, these guys are still 1 of 11 on the field, and you know what I mean. it's not going to make or break you. In the NBA, it will make or break you. You add one player, it could make you a playoff team. It really can. I mean, you add a player like LeBron James or somebody like that.
Changes the game.
Big time.
Yep.
Anyway, I always make the joke that 4 other people can jump in on his team and they'll still make the playoffs, or any of those guys. You know what I'm saying? Don't matter who they are.
Put the team on his back.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I guess we got that out of the way.
Yeah.
What's on the... That's too bad the inflatable run didn't work out.
Yeah, it was kind of tough because we met about it for a long time, and we just had a small amount of people that had signed up, and the inflatables cost a lot of money.
I suppose.
And we had to kind of get the contract signed. Can't really sit on that forever. So we sat on it as long as we could. You hope at that point a good amount of people would sign up, especially with it being online, being out there for, I think it was out for 2 or 3 weeks before. But I did notice that it was starting to kind of hit its end, and it feels like runs in general just, I think I told you about
ebbs
this
and
one,
flows.
it just ebbs and flows, and maybe the inflatable run just took it's a good amount of money to sign. So, you know, even if we were to sign it with the amount of people we had and the amount of people we hope to project, would not have covered at least halfway of our costs. So it would have been a pretty big loss. Yeah,
tough.
We took a pretty big loss last year too. It'd be tough to do it twice in a row.
Yeah.
So a tough decision, but we had to move forward. Hopefully I can put together some different kind of runs in the future, and maybe we have some success with them. I don't know. This summer in general, I would say, has been a little bit more down than usual.
It's hard to kind of pick back up from
the flooding, I think, had a little bit to do with it. I really do. And I think, because even, starting in the campground for the inflatable run, people are down there, they're camping, they're enjoying their time, and then they're like, oh, there's something to do in the morning, jump in, yes.
Yeah.
I think that had a big chunk of reason to do with it too, but such as things we can't control, I guess.
Frisbee golf tournament, man.
We could try. If there was a poll for Frisbee golf, I would be and totally for it.
I see people there every once in a while. I think
but that's not enough.
It'd be like, oh, this is new. You know,
we could try it, and I mean that's something I could try to put together. I from experience have had a tough time getting the adults in Chamberlain to participate in some of these tournaments.
I just think it's so nice up there. That field, first of all, it has the gorgeous view, and then you got the course. It's pretty.
Yeah.
I just thought.
Hey man, I try it, but then if we put it out there and you're the only one that has a team together, and I'm gonna say I told you so.
Me, myself, and I.
Yeah.
So I'll stop doing your job. What's on?
Well, next week, we're on to different things for summer rec. Still have a dodgeball session for the kids yoga, which is really popular too. We do that in the afternoon. Believe it or not, we get a good group that likes it.
That's a good thing to have.
It sure is. It's fun. I don't know, the kids that do it, really, you can tell really do. They bring their own mats and everything. It's kind of a cute thing, yeah. Basketball in the morning on Tuesday, and then we do this thing called Little Tumblers, which is a lot of fun for 3 and 4-year-olds. We right now we used to be able to go up top to the new gymnastics room, but right now that is indisposed. I think there's something wrong with their pit.
Oh, okay.
And there's water in it. In fact, when I went in there, so we grabbed a bunch of equipment and we brought it here so they can kind of play in the side room, but their pits has water in it, so they took like all their it's a tough situation.
Is a pit full of foam and stuff?
Yes, all the foam is out now, but there's water definitely at the bottom of it.
That's not so bad.
So they caught it, but I think so. Right now it's a little bit indisposed, but. Well, we are doing it here. We bought some things in here. The kids love it. It's fun. A little trampoline. They love it. Then we do lawn games in the afternoon that day, too. Lawn games are fun. We, set up a beanbag toss and horseshoes. And we do outside if it's too hot, we're bringing it in here. We do a little badminton, and we just rotate the kids. They like the different games. Volleyball on Wednesday. So that's a lot of fun.
Booyah.
Yeah.
I know people have been asking, what about the sand volleyball? Is that on its way?
If they open up the campground again, if they open it up down there, I'll be happy to start it. But I've heard that right now they can't even, there's still really a soft areas. I was told it was not going to be until the end of July.
Yeah.
So if they can't open that, then I can't do sand volleyball. New thing, it's called table games.
Okay.
Okay, so the kids get in the community center. This is a new one. We're going to see how this goes, and we'll play some assortment of board games and table games. Have you ever played like the game Trash? Like that's a fun one for the kids. You just put out 12 cards for each kid, or 6 or whatever number you want to make, and they just have to go in order. 1, 2, 3. So they draw a card out, and if it's not the card that they could use, so like if they put ace, 2, 3, 4, they're trying to go in order so they get them all. And if they don't, they discard it in trash. But one man's trash can be another kid's treasure. They could pick that up and maybe use a 4. Maybe a kid already has a 4, puts it in the trash,
oh,
and
cool.
kids gets it up.
That's awesome.
It's a fun one for little ones. But that's just one example of like mini games, Uno and Jenga. That's a thought process. So that was a new one we had in this year. Excited to see how that goes. We'll play a little pickleball in here with the kids too.
That's so fun.
Like the group of kids that are in here, they like it, and the adults love it.
Yeah.
And FYI, if anybody is interested, there is a pickleball court now painted at the tennis courts. So people can play tennis still, but you can play pickleball with the new lines that we were able to paint.
Cool. Does the net stay the same height?
Net stays the same height, and they just we painted the new lines for it. So people have been using it. It seems to be going over pretty well. So, and then we finish the evening off. In the evening, we do a thing called movie night. This is another new thing.
Okay.
So we're gonna set up a screen in the Avenue of Flags, like gazebo area. I think we're gonna hang it up there, and the kids will bring their blankets, lawn chairs, whatever. In the night, we'll have popcorn, snacks for them, and we'll watch a age appropriate movie. The movie, I'm sure you're gonna ask. Yeah, this is the new one. Yeah, for them. So
what do you got?
So I don't know. I was thinking of something relative that's been out. Have you ever seen the movie Bigfoot or Littlefoot or whatever it's called? With the abominable snowman. It's like a cartoon.
No, I thought you were talking about the Land Before Time with the dinosaurs.
No, that's
because that guy's name is Littlefoot.
No, I know. Yeah. It's. God, maybe it's just called Bigfoot. I don't know. I was just thinking of something that's relatively new, but we can still I can still order it and
show it
for the kids. We thought that'd be kind of fun to do it outside movie. So that was a new thing. It's a little bit later at night because we gotta wait for it to get a little dark.
I suppose that's a good problem to have. Not wish that away.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm excited to see how that goes. And then the 12th, the Friday, we finish it off with soccer. The kids, the little ones, love soccer, and I think it's just because they're constantly moving. And then we have a kids' night out in the evening, which is really fun. The kids are going to be at Sockerson Field, and we bought this new, brand new tarp that's 75 by like 12 feet. It's a huge, huge tarp, and we're going to put out dodgeballs and make it like a slip and slide dodgeball party.
Oh, sweet.
They're going to love it. And then they get to eat some pizza, hang out at the pool too, so it's kind of like a summer rec party for them. So we do one of those for each age group. I believe we had the oldest age group first, starting on the 12th. So kind of some fun things that are coming up that in the new summer rec programs. We try to do a good amount of stuff in the community center in July because it starts to get a little warm and tough to keep the kids entertained when it's really hot like that. So unless we're doing stuff like slip and slide dodgeball, because then we're outside and water's all over them. They don't care. So yeah, a lot of fun things.
Right on. And as usual, everything's online and on Facebook. So we'll link all that.
Yeah. Right now, and I will say right now, a lot of the activities are closed. I have them open to a certain point, but then I think at the end of June I close them off. But if people are still interested in signing up, tell them just to get a hold of me. And I can open them up basically online to sign up for. I think I just closed them because usually not a lot of people are signing up after June. But there are some. I still get some people that get interested in it. Tell them to contact me. I'll open it up for them online. No problem at all. And get them signed up. Have some fun in the summer. So
good to go. Well, this is the 5th interview in a row.
Yeah, I'm sure you're tired of me by now.
No, we're not tired, Ron. So, thanks everybody. We'll see you next week.